I want to. I know I can't be the only one. Who cares about the life? How you doing, everybody? Okay, we're all gonna be alright, okay? Be alright. I know I can't be the only one. Nobody loves me. I know I can't be the only one. Little. How's everyone doing? Good? How you doing, gaming? Thank you for joining us. If you do, please hit that like and subscribe button. What am I eating? I'm eating bacon, egg, and cheese. Please subscribe. Not bad. Where's my if I can't smoke if I can't find my back hurts like hell. Please hit that subscribe button if you can. Hit that subscribe button, guys. But nobody's a subscribe. That's all right. It's cannabis, guys. Wow, strong. On yesterday. I'll figure this out later. Nobody loves me. What the fuck? Let me see. Oh, somebody hired help. Look.
It's drop dead serious. It is Saturday, February 14th. It's Valentine's Day. It is also 2 weeks since anyone last saw Nancy Guthrie alive after she was dropped off following a dinner with her family members. And after 14 days, you can imagine that people are upset. They are frustrated. They have followed every moment. I'm sure you have been following every moment of this case. It is perplexing. It is confounding. How do you just steal an 84-year-old grandmother and get away with it? That's how most people feel, and I'm sure that members of law enforcement feel the same way. Guaranteed they know more than we do, however. On this episode tonight, I've got somebody just fantastic. I mean, God, Maureen O'Connell has always amazed me, right? She looks like she's this pretty delicate little flower, and she's one tough lady. Spent 25 years in the FBI as a special agent.
Wow.
And she knows her shit. I had this incredibly detailed conversation with her about specifics, about facts in this case and specifics. And she weighs in on stuff she hasn't said elsewhere and other people haven't said either. Really interesting stuff. Also, did you hear that there is now a signal sniffer that's entered the story? Interesting, because Matt Murphy and I talked several days ago about figuring out some way to get Nancy Guthrie's phone to sort of fly over houses within 30 feet because it might reconnect to her pacemaker. Pacemakers don't die, they don't go away. Even if she's alive or dead, the pacemaker's still going. The signal sniffer apparently is supposed to do that job. I'm going to go into detail about the signal sniffer and one thing that I don't understand about the method that they're using. So it's a bit weird, but I will get to that in a second. Also, big question for you. If you were up with me until 4 o'clock in the morning last night, thank you. I appreciate the company. But also, I kept thinking to myself, as vehicle after vehicle kept entering the perimeter, dozens of federal and local law enforcement vehicles, SWAT vehicles, forensic vehicles, FBI vehicles, marked, unmarked, sheriff.
Thank you, Gaming, for being
here. I
here.
kept thinking, there's a lot of vehicles. There's a lot of manpower. There's one guy. There's one guy who, albeit dangerous, got that. But most people have made a joke of him. They don't know what he's doing. He's kind of a dope. Some people have even said that the way he carries his gun is called a Mexican carry. Never heard that before. But that it is not professional. And this is like how you would respond to Ted Kaczynski, you know? Anyway, I'm going to ask Maureen about that. She's got something interesting to say about it. And then also, the sheriff has some new statements. I'm going to read those for you. A little bit of everything, including, you know what? Strap in, pour a drink. It's going to happen a lot. Very interesting. What we saw last night and in Rio Rico, it's going to happen a lot. He said it's going to happen more than once. So I will read that for you so that you hear it word for word. New York Times had a really interesting story about the man who lived next door to the woman whose house was raided. And it is really fascinating to hear what happened to him and how she became part of his night and everything that transpired. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Also, the hitman theory. Have you been thinking it?
No.
I know a lot of people have been thinking it. Was this guy, was he for hire? Did he show up there because he was paid? Because
maybe
he was hired to do this? A lot of people have said, really looks like he knows the place. Maybe he knows it. Maybe he's familiar. Maybe he was told about it. I'm going to get into that with Maureen because she's got something to say about that. And Maureen is really interesting in how she weighs in on this whole Florida lab controversy and the whole bitch scrap that everybody's making hay about between the feds and the locals. She's got a very different take on that. You're going to hear that in a second too. And then I dig down on that balaclava. I am not over this balaclava, the ski mask. Everyone's talking about the backpack. There's hundreds of those things sold at Walmart. But who buys a ski mask in Arizona? Who buys a balaclava in Arizona? Okay, a couple skiers here and there, but there's something different about that ski mask. Since I'm a skier, I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't believe a lot of skiers buy that, even Arizonans. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. That's in a second. First, though, I have to just thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. Thank you so incredibly much. This is my full-time job now. I left television after 38 years to do this with you. So your support means the world to me. Could you subscribe? Just, you know, click, click, click. It's really easy. Could you just do me a solid and subscribe? I would so appreciate it. And also, I want to tell you that I partnered with some fantastic sponsors that I personally use and like. Joy and Blokes is one of them. If you have been feeling exhausted, ladies, if you've been anxious or foggy, gaining weight no matter what you do, and your doctor just blows you off and says, yeah, it's normal for your age. No, not necessarily. You may be ignored. I know, it happens. Go figure. Women's hormonal health has been dismissed for a long time. And so Joy and Blokes was created by a woman who has lived this firsthand, you know, with the rest of us during perimenopause. And she decided that, you know what, we deserve better than that. And every Joy and Blokes lab comes with a real consultation from a licensed clinician who specializes in women's hormones. Also, the treatments include hormone therapy, peptide therapy, personalized supplements, whatever your body actually needs. So stop guessing and start getting real answers. Go to joyandblokes.com/Banfield. Use my code Banfield because I got you 50% off those labs and 20% off those supplements. That's joyandblokes, JOYANDBLOKES.com/Banfield. Use the code Banfield for 50% off your labs and 20% off your supplements. Or click the link in the description because that's easy, right? Joy and Blokes, healthcare that actually listens to women. All right, so let me go through a bit of the last 24 hours. And honest to God, it hasn't been 24 hours because I was up till 4 a.m. I think some of y'all were too. And
I'll be back later. Thanks for joining us.
We're at the 2-week mark.